In this video, I'm going to show you the steps you can take to extract information from a drawing into the microsurvey points database. Typically, if you receive a drawing from a client or another company, it would be a drawing from AutoCAD, and we have a number of utilities that allow us to turn the exact information into the drawing into survey information. The utility in MS Points, down here, Auto Add Points to Objects, allows you to pick either point nodes, curve information, or the endpoints of lines, and points will automatically be inserted to different parts of those entities. I'll show you how we can pick these three nodes that I've put into the drawing. But before I do that, let's say that the first point number that we want to make is point 10. So I've entered that in the hot toggles. I'm being prompted to select some entities. So I can just window in those three nodes. And when I hit enter, you'll see that they've automatically been labeled as points 10, 11, and 12. And it's ready to make a point 13 for us now. I can show you how MSCAD 2008 has alphanumeric point support as well. So why don't we go with our first point being B, and I'll continue with this operation. And now I'm going to window in some information from this cul-de-sac here. You'll be able to see how, after I hit enter, what it has done is it's changed the view res, but I'll show you how to fix that in a sec. But it has picked the beginning and the end point of every curve, and it's also picked out the radius point of each of these curves. And you can see how, again, it has labeled these points starting with the B and going B1, B2, B3 in that order. I'll just escape this routine to show you how to fix this problem. You type in the command view res, and I'll say yes to fast zooms, and 10,000 is a typical good setting. So you notice how that makes your curves into a nice round shape again. Now, one more thing that I can do is I'll show you how this routine will pick the endpoints of lines. And so why don't we go back to, we'll start with point 30, and then I'll activate the routine again. Select some entities, so I can just pick these two lines rather than windowing, and I hit enter, and you see how these points have been added. Now, one question that often comes up is, what do I do when I've got lots of intersections, as would be typical if you had an architect's drawing with grid lines on it? You have to be able to pick on each of the points. There's no routine quite yet for windowing in a whole bunch of intersections, but I'll show you an easy way to do that. And we can also take advantage of the alphanumeric point support. If, for example, this was a grid line, let's say it's A and 1, I can start off with A1 as my first point. And then I'm going to use this other utility, store and edit points. This allows you to pick points one at a time right off the screen, and you can take advantage of your point snaps to do that. So right now it's saying, what would you like point A1 to be? I'll go to the pick point button. I will select an intersection snap and go right in there, and let's pick A1. I'll say OK to that. You'll see how it's already been labeled. Now it's ready for A2. I'll pick that point. That one's ready to go. Say OK, pick another point. And you can see how you can quickly fill up your drawing with the points that you need. I'll pick OK to that, just to end that. That's okay, that's just because I haven't told it what this one is. I should cancel instead. Now I can see the end results of what we've been doing by opening up MS Points and looking in our active coordinate editor. I'll just drag this over, so you'll see that we've got sorted by their point number. We've got the various points that we've already picked, and they're displayed to the third decimal place, but they're actually very exact. They're recorded all the way up to the 10th decimal place, so they're about as exact as any surveyor could ever measure them. would have elevation values in here if the drawing had some Z values to it, and if I'd added descriptions, then they would be entered here. All of this information is now stored in the microsurvey survey database, which is now, it's been upgraded from 2005. It'll be stored in an MSZ file. I'll show you an example right here. We have our DWG file, which we're viewing, and as we create the survey database, it's stored in the MSZ file. It's a zipped version of the old MSD file that MSCAD 2005 would use. Something that's important to note, MSCAD 2008 and later will be able to read MSZ files. However, the older versions of microsurvey won't be able to read these MSZ files. It's very easy to translate a survey database back to an older version. However, you simply write an ASCII file and then just read it into the older program. The next video in the series is going to show you how to do just that, to write an ASCII file. That can be read by older microsurvey programs, but it can also be read by various other desktop programs and field programs.